From some give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Willstone, salvation to the Akims, preaching his truth, in sincerity to the four corners of the Aratas of the Brother Howard. Back on another lesson, a short lesson, no come from the cut the field. A little tired, but hey, gotta get the Musai works done. So, going in the scripture in Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 9, it says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rests in the bosom of fools. So as in the last time, as in the last days, like we living in, you understand, and we seen a lot of unclean spirits, a lot of extension spirit, coming at us in our household, on our workshop site, even when we fasted, a lot of unclean spirits, coming, your fools of your household, all these sheiks is coming at us, to make us, hasty, to make us, get this vexation and spirit on us. They kind of, they're wronging up, they're reeling up us, they're reeling and trying to make us be last them and reel back at them. So we as men and Lord have to use wisdom, so we ain't gonna use reeling for reeling, because this is the time to be discreet, this is the time to be focused, this is the time to be meek, this is the time to be, this is the time to be, hardly speaking, and this is really the point. You hardly speaking and bringing home information about certain things, because the truth don't spread through the unicorn, such as YouTube, which is the internet, through the four corners of the earth. So everybody don't know who they is, everybody don't know the Israelites, everybody don't know who is the heathens. A lot of people waking up to who they is, but they still want to continue in their wicked ways, trying to seek the things of this world. So we as men of Lord know they could be vexed because we bringing forth righteousness, which is saying the downfall of this unrighteous world, and bringing forth the new one as Revelation 21:1, for the old heaven and earth has passed and the new one cometh, so they're vexed because of that, because they like wickedness. So they're hasty to pull an argument, or hasty to come at you in any other way. So this is the time for you to be meek, the time for you to be quiet, the time for you to speak less and answer when you are to be will answer a question, when it makes sense. No answer, no question will make no sense. You understand? Because they just, because Israel like semantics, they like, a contention and everything. So even an argument, they will come forth with a question, and it will be a foolish question. So we gonna answer the foolish, So only the wise men, you will answer a question, like a question to edify. You ain't gonna answer a foolish question like, what color the kingdom gonna be when you step in heaven, and all these crap where some of these chicks will be asking about if you get more wives you feel like you have, and if you feel cold, go and fight Satan and all these heights, these chicks like to fight small talk with. But we as men, have we mind, we mind stable, we mind, focus on the kingdom of heaven, because right now, the home, sweet home is knocking at our door daily as we see it. That's Biden telling Putin he's not going to roll over. America is not going to, the US is not going to roll over. So he trying to say them is not no dog. They kind of still roll over. They ain't taking no orders, and they ain't taking no, check. So you actually see that we in the last, days are coming straight to the wars. The second war have passed, the third war coming quickly. So that war coming and is destruction. So we had to, be humble, talk less, and be circumspect, watching our surroundings, and making our circles small. I know some brothers might still have shakes they're linking with and talking and going out, and what they tend to be cutting all arms with jakes. It's time for you to cut all arms to going out and lineman and whatever you feel is good, because you love jakes, because at the end of the day is Jacob's children, but they not on righteousness. So the person you gotta be around is your Achiums. You gotta be more close to your Achiums, than anything. You gotta be a small circle, and a small circle is that small circle within that circle to the righteous men. So that had to be your friends, that had to be your brother, your brother, your father, everything. These brothers, because everybody else will sell you out, everybody else will put you up, everybody else will turn the back again and say, but no, your brothers always there, helping you when you have nothing, you don't know, helping you out, making sure your bills pay, making sure you're good, because, and nobody come here to inherit nothing, I mean, I didn't come here to inherit nothing at this world. We come here to, get ourselves spiritually ready, to rule nations, knowing the true balance, our righteousness and evil and unrighteousness, and and righteousness will always, be the one that the Alahayams go pick, because it in well they even got not even pick, it in there like it program in them to be righteous, because Yahweh Shai program us, to transgress, to sin, because he say he make all things err. So Israel, we went through the fire, we going through the fire still, but Yahweh Shai, and even so too, we sin because of our own lost same way too. The Lord seen that we pour a lot of things over him, vanity and other gods and all these things, so the Lord punish us, but he knowing that, we will fall for all these things, because he created us in a certain way, so we perfecting ourselves daily as when I Lord are not being entertained by these unclean spirits and its vexational spirits. We being more focused, and diligent in our works, more focused out in the highways doing our videos, than focusing on home and focusing on women and focusing on anything. On the whole, we are getting ourselves spiritually ready. So I'm going to go into one or two scriptures, talking about the wicked, because Yahweh Shai hear the wicked, because even this scripture here, Yahweh is righteous. He will cut asunder the cords of the wicked. So Yahweh Shai will cut, all cords and all like ropes, everything, short, like, a short, the wicked have a short lifespan, as the scripture said, do be of a wicked, you shall die before thy time, so you can't be, Yahweh don't like, wicked jakes and wicked people on the whole, and all these nations is wicked, because they come and par hand interpret us into slavery, and torturing us to the max, but hey, we just will double the cup onto them, we get a scripture here. This is the book of Galatians chapter 4 verse 16, and this is what I wanted to bring out really, because these two-thirds, they vex with you, and you becoming their enemy because you telling them the truth. That's why it say if Salakia, correct, yeah. The book of Galatians chapter 4 verse 16. just fighting the sleeping spirit right now, all the time, brothers, as we, but hey, feed you what the meat, what praise to Yahweh Shai say, and I, therefore, become your enemy because I tell you the truth. So a lot of jakes, vex with you because you tell them the truth. Yahweh, thou says Yahweh Shai. As the Jacob said, the goddamn truth. You understand? So we becoming your enemy because you telling spiritually your kingdom is going to an end. Spiritually, we telling you your wickedness is falling. So they vex with you. They want to put you to death, and that is part of their unrighteousness. Putting the righteous one who telling them the truth to death. That's why I say, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Question mark. So that will show you how the minor two-thirds is right now, and even Esau. He's so mad right now because we're bringing for the truth. He's the maddest one right now. That's why I say, all praise to Yahweh Hashem, show how much you. I'll get a scripture. This is the book of Psalms 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hated thee. So this is the mindset me and the Lord had to be having in this time. We had to hate them that hate thee. Because a lot of men a lot of jakes is wicked. And do not fear the Lord. They hate that this kingdom coming down, so they hate the power, and they hate him in the Lord. So if they hate him in the Lord, they hate Yahweh Shai, and the Father that sent him, because they crucify Yahweh Shai and say, hey, put him to death, and let his blood be our children and our children. So they hate Yahweh Shai because why? He was a righteous man and telling them the right way to live. They say, like going back to John the Baptist. John the Baptist tell was talking the truth and he get put to death for the truth. All the prophets who talk the truth get put to death. So he said, do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hated thee, and am I not grievous with those that rise up against thee? So hey, these people the Lord had to be having in this time, we had a hit, so that why we had to bust all links with 2/3. Bust that link, bust that train. No linky them and nothing like that. Let them don't even sit down and mingle with the unrighteous. Let your circle be small and happen. Just your brothers in the truth, and they might have one or two fruits and and that is it. Let your conversation be spiritual, less carnal, because it's time for you to have a spiritual mind. Because even when I run tricks and I ask certain questions and they talk certain things, I be like, what them saying? I had to answer this. Wait, boy, what your mind is. So I ain't go through that. So but I just pull myself away from them. If brothers will be on the work site with them, some brothers will be, living with family, relatives, with the forces of your household. You gotta avoid them, you gotta ignore them, you gotta show that you have no interest in the conversation, you have no interest in their speech, you have no interest in nothing they had to bring for on the table. It's verse 22, it say, I hate them with perfect hatred, I counted them my enemies. Say, and even in the Lord, we count them our enemies. And to be your enemy, to be our enemy, is something serious. So we have to take that serious in our mind, because our enemy is trying to devour us. So we have to have our mindset to devour them, or we devour them spiritually, because in this carnal flesh we can't devour nobody physically. But when we get a spiritual body and a spiritual mindset, we will devour the unrighteous. So we have a mindset right now of devouring them, spiritually with our mouth and our actions, and less to deal with them. It say, search me, O Yahweh, and know my heart, know my mind. So, that how we are be, thinking right now. Hey, Yahweh should try know my mind. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if thou there be any wicked way in me. So you know searching, you know knowing that, because Yahweh Hashem trying knowing all things. He knowing if you feel like a hide something from him and I load a hide something from your accounts, Yahweh Hashem trying knowing your heart, your mind, everything. So you can't hide nothing. So you gotta say, hey, you gotta be in that spirit. Yahweh Hashem try if and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. So we are in our mindset a righteousness, and pour away all the malice and all the vexation of spirit and all these things, and wicked ways, and be righteous and have a righteous mindset, and loving your akiyams, and having your circle small, and watching nothing. What I mean, pocket wise, everything wise. But I any idea use you have to use discreet all the akiyams, like concerning certain akiyams, you ain't gonna be you ain't gonna be a brother that always stretching a hand first and always want. You gonna be a brother that giving and always is a balance. It is a balance. The same way a brother treating you with love and kindness and with stretchful arms, you gotta be giving that same energy, with stretchful arms and that same balance of love, same way. I know brothers gonna like the little, you gonna be taking and gonna be like the little talk and laugh, and they even in flesh. So you gotta talk with little, heights and build with little Jones. That's how Israel is. But on the whole, going into seriousness, we might have to be set on the kingdom of heaven. We might have to be set on what is to come, and coming soon. We might have to be set on Jacob's trouble, farming, all these things will come in, and majority is going to be farming at the wood, but farming, physical farming, like eating, Yahweh Shem can provide for us. We really had to be focused on the kingdom of heaven. Don't even focus on Esau now have a short time and the coming down and create wrath. Focus on the kingdom of heaven and checking yourself and getting yourself right, because that will deliver you. Getting yourself right and putting yourself together. And like the scripture in Luke 6:22, getting your eye single, that spiritual eye, your mindset, as the brother bring on your call in the video, get your mind focused, get your mind ready for the kingdom of heaven, and that is the whole mindset we are right now. Let me see if I get a scripture to close up with you. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 10. It says, the righteous shall rejoice, and when seeing the vengeance, and when it's like, read it back. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. Sweet precept. You understand? Sweet precept. I'm going to go down and tell you, I'm going to read the last verse. It says, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a power that judgeth in the earth. So we gotta wash our feet with the blood of the wicked, and that could be a wonderful thing. It could be a wonderful thing. Washing our foot with this unrighteous generation, and even the heathens, blood. We washing our feet. That go back to with the scripture. Who's that coming with Bozrah with his garments dipped in blood, which is Yahweh Shai. So and his army, the hopeful, the elect, You know, they garments could be dipped in blood also. Because they will be fighting with Yahweh Hashem Shai. You know, because the 144,000 men is his army, you know, and his angels. So, hey, you know, I give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai that, you know, he gave me the energy, you know, to finish this video, you know, and to be in that spirit, you know, to focus, to get this video done, you know, because we know as in Baruch, I think it's 3 and 8 or 4 and 8. It's we are yet this in our captivity. We are subject to payments. So you know, we only grind. You know, we only grind. We never at rest. We always out in the battlefield grinding it. We were looking for that food to pour and provide for our family. You know, and pay bills and all these things. So we never at rest. So you know, to be doing the physical work and then doing the spiritual work, hey, you just praying in you, Lord, just seeing favor in you. So you continuing, you know, in that pushing 100 for this shoot. Because this spiritual works we do in here, we will get rewarded greatly. And it's by Yahweh Bashim shall we created the land and the sea, you know, the earth and the space and all these things, all these other planets, and you know, the heaven and the earth, all these things, you know. So is all praises to Yahweh Shai, you know. Every day morning, noon, night, you know, all praises to Yahweh Shai, thinking about, you know, Yahweh Shai all the time. That is the fear of Yahweh Shai. So you know, don't even study how the unrighteous and all to wanna get punished same way. Just focus on how you gain yourself in order and gain yourself right, and being disciplined and taking your instructions to do your work, your works, and have a mindset, you know, as a man of the Lord, and in her time to mingle with this ungodly and unrighteous nation who gone against, you know, which is in Ezekiel 2, we talk about it. Israel, you know, the 2/3, you know, is a rebellious nation, you know. And you go back to that scripture in I think it's in Jeremiah, where it say, you know, the arsenal is thing, and the arsenal is a master, and the thing is master's crib, and you know, Israel that is roughly paraphrasing, but Israel doesn't, Israel do not consider, or you know, so that's to show you how wicked Israel is. It's 2/3, so yeah, let's study these 2/3. You gotta be, you know, you gotta have your mind focused on the kingdom of heaven. So you know, a double honors to the apostles. Once again, salutation to the Achaeans who preaching his truth in sincerity to the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth, you know, laboring for this truth, you know, and holding on to the end, you know, because salvation is drawing near. We see a lot of prophecies unfolding, you know, and a lot of the big ones is going on, start, you know, because it's a wave and everything. So the big ones is going on to take place. So hey, hold on to this faith, to the 1 or 2 Aquats, and the 1 or 2 sisters who, you know, who listen and listening, you know, mightn't have a man of the Lord at this time, but hey, when all hell break loose, a man of the Lord will be a shelter. So you gotta get yourself in order, you know. So shalom, always be edifying. On to the next one.